In the last lecture, we completed the exercise 1.1. Now, before we start the exercise 1.2, let's understand different units of distance and the weight. Okay, distance, it means sometimes suppose I am here and I just want to go in any another place to any another place. So that is the distance. That can be in meter, that can be in kilometer. Okay, that depends on the distance. Now, suppose from the one city to another city, that will be the kilometers. Okay, and in your room only, that will be the meter. Fine. So the use of the each and every unit, that is different. Let's see how we can use that. So first of all, we are going to see the units for the distance. Okay, unit for the distance. Now in the distance there are mainly the one is the millimeter, then centimeter, meter and kilometer. These are just the basic units which we use in our daily life. There are actually a lot of units are there in the especially distance one, but we are just going through for the some basic units. So the smallest one there is here. The smallest one is the millimeter, then centimeter, meter and kilometer. I just write down that in the ascending order. Fine. So now let's understand the relation between these units. So for that I can say that for the millimeter, but before that let me just write it down the symbols. Okay, here centimeter, then it's meter and kilometer. Now I will use the symbols for the particular units. Here the 10 mm is equals to 10 mm is equals to 1 centimeter. 1 centimeter. Okay, you can verify this from your ruler. Okay, in the ruler there are total mainly for the small ruler there are 15 centimeter, and for each centimeter there are 9 lines, and the 10th one, that is the 0 to 1. Fine. So it's the 10 parts of the 1 centimeter. It means 1 mm, 2 mm, 3 mm till 10 mm it will be the 1 centimeter. So 10 mm, that's the 1 centimeter. Now the centimeter and meter. So 100 centimeter, that is 1 meter. 100 centimeter is 1 meter, and meter and kilometer, so that's 1000 meter. 1000 meter is 1 kilometer. Now one more thing we are just going to see that, suppose I just say that like for the kilometer, that 1 kilometer is equals to how much? 1 kilometer is equals to how much centimeter? How much centimeter? So how can we identify that, or how can we find that 1 kilometer is equals to how many centimeters? Let's see here. 1 kilometer, we have the 1 kilometer is equals to, we have 1 kilometer is equals to 1000 meter. Write it down. 1000 meter. Now 1 meter is equals to 100 centimeter. So at the place of meter I can write 100 centimeter. So 1000 multiplied by 100 centimeter. So it will be 100, another 20, that's the centimeter. So 1 kilometer is equals to 1 lakh centimeter. This is how we can find the relation between the two different units of the distance. But always remember that it should be the units from the same complex, like the distance only. Okay, we can compare the units of the distance, we can compare the units of the weight. We cannot compare the unit of the distance and weight. Now just pause the video and note it down. Okay, now let's see for the weight. In the weight we will see milligram, grams and kilogram. Okay, the Simlic form, the short form for this is milligram, gram, and this is kg, kilogram. Fine. Now let's see the relations. For the relations for this whole, I can say that I'm just going in the reverse process. That 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram. 1 kg is equals to 1000 gram. Then 1 gram is equals to 1000 milligrams. That is 1000 milligrams. Clear? So this is all about the units for the weight. Now let's see for the liquid one. Okay. Because we cannot consider especially like the petrol and the diesel or any another liquid. If we want to just purchase the liquid at the time, what we say? Just give 1 liter, 2 liter, 3 liters. So what's that? In that case, that is liter and milliliter. Okay. And the relation between this both, that is 1 liter is equals to 1000 milliliter. In the Simlic form, I can write 1 liter is equals to 1000 ml. Fine. So this is all about the units of the weight as well as liquid and the distance. Now just pause the video and note it down. So now let's start exercise 1.2, the question number 1. Okay, in the exercise 1.2 there are descriptive type of questions and the word problems that can be said. So the first one, that is a book exhibition was held for 4 days in a school. The number of tickets sold at the counter on the first, second, third and the final day was respectively 1094, 1812, 2050 and 2751. Find the total number of tickets sold on all the 4 days. So in the book exhibition, we have to just find that how many total tickets were sold. So here are the data which is already written. Now let's see. Here, this is for the first day. This is for the second day. This is for third day. And this is for fourth day. Now we have to find that for all the 4 days, how many tickets sold. So how we will find? On the first day, that is 1094, second day 1812, third day that is 2050 and fourth day that is 2751. Now let me ask you just a simple question, that suppose you purchase 1 ticket today. Now tomorrow suppose you will purchase 2 tickets. So at the end of the day, tomorrow, total tickets, how many you having? That's the 3, because 1 and the 2, that's the 3. So the same thing we will do here. Here we have the different numbers for all the 4 days. This is the quantities. Now here see how we will do. Simply total tickets sold is equals to, what we will write? Simply what we need to do, we just need to add all these quantities. So 1094 plus 1812 plus 2050 plus 2751. That's very simple to do the addition. If suppose that is much difficult for you, the horizontal one, you can do vertical one also. See how? Like 1094 plus 1812 plus 2050 and plus 2751. For the first question, I am just going to do both the way. Okay, let's start with this one. Here 4 and 2 6, 6 and 1 7, then 9 and 1 10, 15, 15 and 5 20, 0 2 carry, 8 into 10, 10 and 7, 17, 7 and 1 carry. So 1, 2, 3, 3 and 2, 5 and 2, 7. Here I got the answer 7707. It is 7707. Now let's check here. So the same thing I am just going to do, but visually both are different. Okay, the process is almost same. Here 4 and 2, 6, 6 and 1, 7. So 7 here. Now 9, 9 and 1, 10, 10 and 5, 15 and 5, 20. So 0 here and the 2 carry. Now 2 and 8, 10, 10, 9, 7, 17, 1 carry, 1 and 2, 3, 5 and 2, 7. See, in both the way we can get the same answer. Now that depends on you which is more preferred by you, because just the process is the same, just the visualization that's the different. Now just pause the video and note it down. Now let's see the question number 2. In the question number 2, that given that Shekhar is a famous cricket player. He has so far scored 6,980 runs in test matches. He wishes to complete 10,000 runs. How many more runs does he need? Okay. So first of all, just forget this question. Okay, and forget these larger numbers. Now I'm just asking you a very simple question that suppose you scored 6 runs. How many runs? 6 runs. And you want to complete total 10 runs. Total 10 runs. So now, how many more runs you need to complete? 4. Okay. How? Because 6 and 4, that's the 10. So right now you have completed total 6 runs, and now if you will do more 4 runs, then that will be the 10 runs. But how you can find that? Simply the 10 minus 6. Because 10 runs which you want to complete and 6 runs which you have already done. So we have to find that how many more runs required to complete the 10. So 10 minus 6. Let's say 10 minus 6 is 4. So the same process we will do for this question. Okay. Now here, okay, the person scored 6,980 runs, and here he wishes to complete the score that is 10,000. So how we will do? The Shekhar actually runs required to complete 10,000 runs is equals to what we will do? We will do 10,000 minus 6,980. Okay, 6,980. So here I am just doing the vertically, that is 10,000 minus 6,980. Just let's do the subtraction. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 8, that's not possible. Okay, so we will just take 10, here 9, here 9, and here 0. 9, sorry, here 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 9 is 0. 9 minus 6, that is 3, and 0, no need to write. Now we got the answer 3020. That is 3020. So Shekhar, how many runs Shekhar needs to complete 10,000 runs? That is 3020 runs, 3020 runs. Okay. Now pause the video and note it down. Now let's see the question number 3. In the question number 3, given that in an election, the successful candidate registered 5,77,500 votes and his nearest rival secured 3,48,700 votes. By what margin did the successful candidate win the election? So here we have the data for the successful candidate as well as his nearest rival. Okay. So how many votes the successful candidate got? That is 5,77,500. And his nearest rival got 3,48,700. we have to find out that by how many votes the successful candidate win the election. Now, let's understand very simply. Suppose two persons are just going for the election. Now, one person got 10 votes and another person got 6 votes. So, who will win? Of course, who get the 10. Now, just tell me that by how many votes that person who got the 10 votes, okay, by how many votes he win? That is 4, because 10 minus 6, that is 4. So the same process here we will do. How? The votes of the successful candidate minus votes of his nearest rival. It means simply I just need to subtract this. So the process, I will do something like this. 5,77,500 minus 3,48,700. Okay, because this is the vote of successful candidate and this is the votes of nearest rival. Now just subtract that. So what we will get? 0 minus 0, that's 0, 0, 0, 0. 5 minus 7, that's not possible. It means we need to ask to 7 to give 10. So here 10 and here 6. Now 10 and 5, 15. 15 minus 7, that is 8. Okay. Now 6 minus 8, again that's not possible. So again we will ask to next number to give more 10. So here it will be 6. So 10 and 6, that is 16. 16 minus 8, that is 8. Here 6 minus 4, that is 2. And 5 minus 3, that is again 2. And now just place the commas according to Indian number system. So 3 and 2. So here the number we got, that is 2,28,800. So the successful candidate won the election by 2,28,800 votes. Just pause the video and note it down. Now question number 4. In question number 4 given that Kirti bookstore sold books worth rupees 2,85,891 in the first week of the June and books worth rupees 4,768 in the second week of the month. How much was the sale for the 2 weeks together? And the another question is there, that is, in which week was the sale greater and by how much? So first of all we are just going to do the first one. Okay, in the first question they asked that the total worth. Okay, we have to just find out that by the first week and the second week, the total worth, that's what the total worth. So how we can find the total worth? Simply first week plus second week. Okay, what for the first week and the second week. So what we will do, we will just do the addition. So here I am just going to do the total worth weeks is equals to 285,891 plus 4,10768. This is how we will do. Okay. The total worth of 2 weeks will be the sum for both the weeks. Sum for both the weeks. First of all, just let me just confirm the digits. They are correct or not. Okay, that's the correct. Now, we will find the addition for this. That is 8 in 1, that's the 9. 9 and 6, that is 15. 15, so 5 here and 1 is the carry. 8 and 1, 9. 9 and 7, that is 16. Again, 1, 5 and 1, 6. Here, 8. 2 and 4, that is 6. Now what we have to do in the next step, just put the commas according to Indian number system. So here we have the number that is 6,86,659. So this is the total sale of the 2 weeks for that bookstore. Now in the second question, In the second question, they asked that in which week was the sale greater and by how much? So, in which week the sale is greater? Of course, that is in the second week. Because here from the first number we can identify that here is 2 and here is 4. And number of digits are same. So, which is the bigger one? 2 lakh or 4 lakh? Of course, that is the 4 lakh. So, here we will write that in second week the sale is greater. Then one more thing we have to find that by how much. By how much? For that what we will do? The sale of the second week minus sale of the first week. So now how we will do that? That is simply here that is 4. Wait, it's 4,00768 minus 2,85,891. Okay, we have to just calculate this. So we will subtract that. How we will do? 8 minus 1, that's the 7. Now 6 minus 9, that's not possible. It means we need to just take 10 from 7, so it will be the 6. 10 and 6, that is 16. 16 minus 9 is 7. 16 minus 9, that is 7. Now, here is 6. 6 minus 8, again not possible. So, I just need to 10 and here I will just cut 9, 9 and 3. So, 9 minus 5, that is 4. 9 minus 8 is 1. 3 minus 2, that is 1. What's remain here? Here that's 8 because 16 minus 8 is 8. Okay. So 1,14,877. That is our final answer. Now pause the video and note it down. Question number 5. Find the difference between the greatest and the least number that can be written using the digits 6, 2, 7, 4, 3. Each only once. Okay. So here we have the different digits and we have to first of all form the greatest and the least number. Okay. So it means the larger one and the smaller one. So from this digit first of all we are just going to create the greatest one. How we will do? We will just start with the greater number. Which is the greater one? That's the 7. So write down 7. Then 6. So here is 6. Now 4. Then 3 and at last 2. So here we have the greatest number which we form from this 5 digits. Okay, from the 5 digits. Now least one. Okay, least one. Least means the smaller one. So we'll start with the least number, which is the smallest one. That's the 2. Then larger one. So 3, 4, 6 and 7. So here we have the two different numbers which we formed from these 5 digits. The greatest one and the least one. Now we have to find the difference between these two numbers. What we'll do? Simply the subtraction. How we are just going to do subtraction sign, and I am just going to do here only. That is 2 minus 7. That's not possible. It means we need to ask the 10 to the next number. So 3 will give us 10 and 3 will decrease by 1 number. So that's the 2. So 10 and 2, that is 12. 12 minus 7. 12 minus 7, that's 5. Here 2 minus 6, again that's not possible. So again we will ask to give more 10 to us. So 4, just give us the 10. So here we will decrease by 1 number. So 4 minus 1, that is the 3. Here 10 and 2, that is 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. 12 minus 6 is 6. Here 3 minus 4, that's again not possible. So again we need to ask more 10. Here 10. Here 5. That's the 13. 13 minus 4, it's 9. 5 minus 3, that is 2, and 7 minus 2, it's the 5. So here difference of the greatest and the least number, that is 52,965. So here we have completed the question number 5. Now just pause the video and note it down.